Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video. First of all, guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing holidays. You're probably going to be watching this video on December 26th, so late Merry Christmas, guys, to all of you, and hopefully you had a very great time with your friends and family. So guys, today we're going to be jumping along this ball stream with my boy Sentry. Now that we actually reforge is a CTP of Greed. We're going to see how much he can actually score in the Lens Ball Extreme. This video was recorded on no restriction day, so we can really go get the maximum possible potential score he can actually score. Obviously the team is going to change if you actually use him in Universal Superhero. And by the way, guys, if you use him in Universal Superhero, you're gonna go with Nova lead or Scarlet Witch lead or Medusa lead with Philavel and this dude, Sentry dude. That's pretty much the team you want to go for. But the team we're going to go for in the today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be going with Nick Fury lead, White Fox, and Sentry. This is going to be the team. Nick Fury give 50% increase all attack to heroes, plus has a tier 2 passive that 50% increased damage done to super villain faction, which is very useful. That's without uniform, obviously. And then the White Fox without uniform still brings a very good tier 2 passive, which increased damage dealt to super villain faction by 60%. Obviously we could just switch that and bring Valkyrie in the team here, because Valkyrie gives about the same, if I remember right, 50% here, so it's a little bit less. So obviously the other dude is going to be better, and Valkyrie with her uniform bonus, she actually increases skill damage and bonus damage, but only to herself, so that's not going to be useful for this. So we're going to go back and bring back her in here, and maybe Philavel could actually do a little bit better. I don't know, I'm not actually sure. So we're just gonna use White Fox in this video, guys. If you go through the build of my boy Sentry, you can see he's ranked 33,450, so not the best Sentry out there, but still very solid stats. We have max cooldown, max single defense, max critical damage, critical rate, max attack speed. With the team we're running with right now, we have 61,615 energy attack, which is a lot of freaking energy attack. Obviously, you can see here he has the leadership ability, which is why White Fox works really well with the dude. If we look at the gear, guys, hero, it's pretty much 2 energy attack and 2 critical damage per gear, except on the last gear we have a Odin Blessings that gives energy attack and ignore defense. We don't really care about the ignore defense, but more energy attack is always useful. If we look at ESO set, we have a fully awakened power of Angry Hulk ESO set, so we get all attack, all defense, and critical rate increased by 8.5%, attack speed 7.7%, and then we have ignore defense by 8.1% and a 40% proc because it is fully awakened. Artifact we are running with increased concentration by 1.5%. I don't think it does increase the effect we have on that reforged CTP, but if it does, that is great. Custom gear, we have a mighty CTP of Greed applied to self, increase all attack and defense by 20%, then in guard break immunity, ignore dodge 29%, 10% recovery max HP, and then 150% increase basic damage dealt to combat blast, and then on rotation with increase 150% damage against speed and universal. When we get the universal, that's when we are actually going to be doing extra damage against the Frost Beast. The skills guy, this guy can actually cover every single season of Alliance Battle Extreme, which is pretty awesome. You see he has a silence on his tier 3. He has burn damage on the first skill. Second skill as burn damage. Third skill is the only skill that does not help to cancel the roar, I believe so. Yes, because we have burn damage on the 4th skill, and on the 5th skills we have paralyzed. So every season he can actually handle them, which is actually pretty awesome. Now if we look at rotation for this dude, guys, the rotation is going to be pretty damn simple. It's going to be 5 cancel 2 cancel 4, and then daily cancel on the 4th into the 3rd skill, you let the third skill go, and then you go with the first skill, and then you repeat that rotation. Now, when the tier 3 is available, pretty much you're going to use it right before you use the fifth skill. The tier 3 though, you have, well, you use it like 4 seconds when there are about 4 seconds left on to the fourth skill cooldown. That is pretty much when you're going to be using that tier 3. So when the cooldown of the fourth skill is removed, then that is where you're going to be canceling the tier 3 into the fifth skill. Well, 5, 2, and 4 pretty much. That's kind of the rotation. Now, we're going to jump in on Let's Battle Extreme, guys, so you can actually see that rotation in action. And we're going to see how much can we score with this dude now. I used to be able to do about 7 million with a normal... CTP of greed. So I'm quite interested to see if we're going to be able to reach that 8 million score. That's kind of what I want to see in this video. So we're going to bring this dude in. We're going to go get those 2 support characters we want to bring in. First, we have Nick Fury, and then next we have White Fox. So this is the thing we're going to be using as a rotation. We're just going to follow the rotation, and every time the base will do is paralyzed, we will have the fifth skill available, so we don't even have to worry about this, to be honest. So here we go, guys. Let's do that very simple, and we messed up right at the bat. We did not use the fifth skills of Nick Fury, so let's restart that really fast here, so you know, it looks a little bit better, less noobish by Starco Gaming, obviously. But I do, by the way, guys, I do Sentry Abx Battle Extreme guide for a very simple reason. A lot of people do not have Wanda out there with the latest uniform with the Judgment or Rage. So just like showcasing what Sentry can do, that helps people to actually, if they have this character laying around, say, hey, I can actually use this dude to actually do a decent score in Let's Battle Extreme, which is actually pretty great. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to use the fifth skill, and then we're going to get started with the proper rotation here. You're going to see at the start the score is going to go up a little bit slow, and then when we start pulling that tier 3, it's going to be good. See, 4 seconds cooldown left on the second skill, so we go with the tier 3, and then we cancel, you know, the shit as much as possible. So I don't think we're going to be able to reach 8 million. This is not going as fast as I thought it was going to go, but that's going to be fine. Might be like around 7.5 million, which is still a pretty crazy score. Now we are not going to use the tier 3 yet because he is about to transition, so we're just going to let him transition. Now we're going to hit the tier 3, we're going to wait for the paralyze to pop, and then we're going to do the rotation here, which is a perfect rotation, I think. Or did we cancel too fast? I'm not sure. No, we did not cancel too fast. We were fine. So we're going to restart that. You can see we were a little bit over 2.5 million here. So that was actually a pretty decent round so far. So we're going to restart that. And I guess I shall pay more attention to what's going on. I just was not sure that the paralyze got canceled. But that was my bad here. Okay, here we go. Let's do that again. Let's try to focus a little bit more on the rotation this time around and actually get a better score. This is a pretty decent start. Already up to almost 1.7 million. That is pretty damn solid. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for him to transition before we use that tier 3 because he's going to transition in a sec here. Come on, don't make me lie. Now he's dealing the jump to the middle, so that's kind of messing things up a little bit, but that is okay. We lost a little bit of score. We're about 200,000 points behind from the previous round because of that, but that's going to be fine. We still shall be on the roll for a easy 7 million from the look of it so far, so that is great. Almost 8 million actually on the roll. That's going to be close to 8 million, I think. Maybe not as close as I wanted to, though. Definitely a 7.5, probably 7.7. I think we're going to be reaching here. Now here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to wait for him to go to the middle to actually use that tier 3. Here we go. And we should have one more tier 2 to use. Close to 2, but only 1, sadly. So that is definitely going to be a very easy 7 million. See, if he actually jumped earlier, we'll have one more tier 3 to actually use. Well, we can use it. We're just not going to get the full damage here. We could probably reach about 7.8 million if we actually had that extra rotation. If he actually did not delay his first jump to the middle, his first roar. So that's still a pretty solid run here. 7.55 million. If we compare to my best Alliance Battle String characters, I can score no restriction, which actually score 8.9 million. I think that's actually a pretty goddamn good run for characters that I mainly select for PvP and only have one Odin Blessing. So that is Alliance Battle String guide for my boy Sentry, guys. If you do not have a green, if you have normal abilities, you're still going to be able to do between 4 and 5 million with this dude. If you follow those rotation, it's actually pretty damn simple. All you got to do, by the way, guys, if you're running with a proc on the tier 3, proc on the 4th skill, those are the skills you actually want to proc on, and you're going to be able to actually get a good job done. So guys, that was today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community. You all keep enjoying playing Marvel Future Fight, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.